So Eric the Red he makes his name by exploring, and he does, in fact, once he discovers Greenland, he calls it green. He says there's so many salmon in the rivers, in the fjords, that you can just scoop them out with your hands. You don't even have to fish.
Was this real?
Is a lie.
Okay.
That's not true at all.
So he's doing propaganda.
He's doing propaganda.
Is this story true that he called it green just so he can attract?
It is the greatest real estate scam in history. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Genius. I mean, just stuck to this day.
Yeah. It's the most misnamed place in the world.
Yeah.
But in the Europe of the time, even in Iceland, like the dream was to have land. I mean, land equaled wealth in Europe. And here he says there's enough land for the taking, like anyone who wants, which is true. It's the largest island on Earth. I mean, it's unusable, but it should be called Iceland, Glacier Land or something. But it worked. He took 500 men with him from Iceland. It's got to be a significant chunk of the population, but there's enough people kind of land hungry. There's no more room in Iceland. It's too restrictive. We're going to go further west. So he takes 25 ships and then 14 make it, which is pretty good. And then those 14 ships with their 300 or so people start the Western colony, and then word gets back to Norway. But Norway's 2,000 miles away, 2,000 plus miles away. So it's, contact. They're having to get resupplied. Obviously, in the first winter, all their cattle die. It's not a great start for people who practice husbandry. So they've got to get resupplied from Norway. But, the chances of making it to Norway and back are actually not that great if you're sailing without a compass.
Mm-hmm.
You're just kind of hoping. But they do it. And the colonies survive until the 1400s, where they just go silent.